Hey, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Computer Games Hardware. It's the end of the year, folks, so we're doing computer games hardware news for the last time, and there's plenty to get through, so let's get stuck into it. Before we do, though, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching throughout the year. I always sign off saying I'll keep making them if you guys keep watching them, and you have, so I really appreciate it. First up on Computer Games Hardware News, I have some really sad news to share. Remedy Entertainment voice actor James McCaffery, best known for being the voice of Max Payne, Alex Casey, and being a video game industry titan, has passed away at the age of 65. So it's been reported that after a battle with cancer, James McCaffrey has died, and there has been an absolute outpouring of condolences on social media. And I just want to point you guys to Remedy director Sam Lake's Instagram post on James McCaffrey's death, with an outpouring and a really nice message. He says that he was heartbroken by the news that his friend and collaborator of over 20 years have passed, and he cherished the time that they had together. And it was a really moving post and a really touching message from Sam Lake and the whole group at Remedy Entertainment. So, for my part, I'd like to extend my condolences to the McCaffrey family, the Remedy Entertainment family, and everyone else. Not only was he a prolific video game voice actor, but he was a fantastic actor in his own right. His IMDb rivals anyone's. So if you go through it, not only does he have credits for, Alan Wake 2, Control, Max Payne, which he shared those roles with Sam Lake for Alan Wake 2 and Max Payne. But he also has a number of credits as a live action actor himself, including Blue Blood, Jessica Jones, Law and Order, American Splendor, The Big Easy, Sex in the City. He was even in an episode of Hack, which I loved. Max Payne was a big part of growing up. I was a teenager in high school when Max Payne came out. Me and my buddies would come over to my house. I got a PS2 like on launch day, and as soon as those games came out, we would play them. Max Payne, I remember a couple of my buddies, so shout out to you guys, you know who you are, would come over. We would play Max Payne, and we would mimic the voice, and run around the schoolyard being gooses. And so it was a really important time in our lives. I grew up studying dramatic art as well. So for a little while there, that had a big influence on me. That sort of gruff film noir, like Max Payne type of character was, an important part of, learning your craft as an actor and wannabe screenwriter and stuff like that. And part of the reason I do this now. So Max Payne and James McCaffrey had a big impact on me growing up, and we're really sad to hear the news of his passing. All right, so a bit of a leak and a rumor here relating to the next generation Xbox. It's been reported that the new Xbox that will be released in 2026 will feature a Zen 5 core. Which kind of makes sense. If Zen 5 comes out next year, I'm really looking forward to it. We are going to do a piece on all the hardware and tech that we're looking forward to here at Computer Games Hardware. So stay subscribed for that. But that would check. That would be a couple of years in development. It's also been reported that Microsoft have some clear requirements for their next CPU, which they've publicly stated, and that includes AI integration, which currently those CPUs have some capability, but it's nowhere near up to scuff. So Zen 5 will have better capabilities and match Microsoft's needs for the next generation console. And it will be cheaper, and they're reporting that it might even be cheaper than the PS5's development. So that would track after having a couple of years in development with those chips set to be released next year. Enthusiasts will be able to get their hands on them. There will be some testing, and there will probably be a really cheap mid-range option in 2026 for Microsoft and Xbox to integrate into the new console. So that sounds really impressive. The other interesting thing to consider is what kind of GPU that the new generation Xbox will utilize. So if you're considering that it might it will have the Zen 5 chip in it, then it stands to reason that it will be either using Navi 4 or Navi 5 GPUs. And my suspicion would be that they'd probably want the newer GPU in the Xbox consoles. So they might be pushing the latest GPU hardware in those consoles, which generally PlayStation and Xbox do. And because of the nature of consoles, they can be a little bit more conservative on the CPU sides, and because they can still get pretty good clock speeds even with an older GPU, because beg your pardon, with an older CPU, because it hasn't got the workload of a PC. It's there to do a couple of distinct things, and they can probably get some good gains and good clocks out of it while maintaining console things like performance and temperature, and keeping those fairly steady for game development and things like that. The other thing about that is with utilizing a Zen 5 chips, they'll still get some significant performance gains over the current Xbox Series, but they'll also be allowing Zen 6 to be released and mature for a potential refresh down the line. So that is really interesting to see. They're probably thinking about mid-cycle refreshes and new chips going pretty far down the timeline. 2026 is a ways away yet, but that's a couple of years for development to get started. So it might be looking all up for Xbox. So FSR 3 has been making a huge splash on the internet lately. AMD recently released the open source code for FSR 3, and the internet wasted no time in creating mods for lots of current games. So there's currently a mod out that you can swap DLSS for FSR3, which, if I didn't mention, is Fidelity FX Super Resolution. So it can be implemented in a ton of games. Currently, I think it's only available in 3 or 4 games. So off the top of my head, it is Forspoken, Immortals with Avium, and it recently just got updated in Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. And I've tested it out in Like a Dragon, and happy to report it seems to be working well. Unfortunately, I'm having an issue with the game otherwise. So I'm getting significant stutters and significant slowdown, and the current AMD driver is playing up a little bit. So metrics testing and the metrics overlay is not working properly. So I think it has something to do with I'm playing it on Game Pass. So I think it has something to do with Game Pass and the AMD drivers not playing well together. It might be worth, if you want to test it out, upgrading your AMD Adrenaline drivers to the FM preview drivers as well. So that might help. We can test all those things and see how that plays out. But lots going on with FSR3. Also, really interesting to see how FSR3 works. You've got the scene, upscaling, post-process, user interface, and presentation. So FSR goes straight to the upscaling stage and goes away. So while it's doing the upscaling, there's frame pacing and a swap chain that presents a generated frame and the real-time frame, and then there is a optical flow that it goes through to make that run a bit smoothly, which has currently been one of the issues with FSR3 and fluid motion frames, that they haven't been playing nicely together. So that looks to be solved. AMD's been working pretty hard on that. They, as we mentioned before, they want this technology to be in the latest consoles. So they've been working hard at really getting this stuff up to scratch. Hopefully it comes out officially in more games in early 2024. We'll be looking at this really closely. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. So are you going to be doing some mods and testing FSR3 in unsupported games? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a massive year, and thank you to everyone who's subscribed, commented, and liked on the videos. We've had a really good time making these, so I'll keep making them if you guys keep watching them. Get to modding your games, put FSR3 in Cyberpunk 2077, and let me know how it plays out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.